We have a design shake-up for you today for the original Hummingbird Hanger project. We've transformed those beautiful blocks into this cool shoulder bag. In this video, we'll show you exactly how to make it. A big thank you to Annette for creating the stunning block panels and to Cassie for expertly putting the shoulder bag together. First, lay out your block panels on your workspace in the arrangement you want. You'll need 2 panels joined for the front of the bag and 2 panels joined for the back. Let's start with the front. Place your front left and right panels right sides together. Pin them securely and sew a 1/2 inch seam, 1.25 centimeter seam allowance. Aim to sew just inside the pre-printed border lines on the panels. Once sewn, open the seam allowance and press it flat with an iron. Important tip here, guys. If you're using cork or vinyl, avoid direct heat. Use a pressing cloth or iron on a lower setting from the wrong side if possible. Now, repeat this entire process to join the 2 panels for the back of the bag. Step 2. Prepare the lining. Next, let's cut the lining. Place 1 piece of your lining fabric on your table right side up. Lay your sewn front bag panel on top of it right sides together and pin them lightly. Now carefully trim the lining fabric so it perfectly matches the size and shape of your front bag panel. Then unpin them. Repeat this trimming process with the second piece of lining fabric and your sewn back bag panel. Now take your 2 trimmed lining pieces and place them right sides together and pin along the 2 sides and the bottom edge. Stitch the sides and bottom using a 1/2 inch, 1.25 centimeter seam allowance. Crucially, leave about a 6 inch or 16 centimeter opening along the bottom seam. We'll need this later for turning the bag. Cut a piece of fabric and stabilize at the same width and length as your flap. We will now add a piece of cutaway to the back of lining 1. Spray adhesive on one side of the cutaway stabilizer, then place lining 1 right side up on top of the cutaway. We want to stick these 2 together temporarily. This will add extra stability to the flap. We highly recommend doing this step. Place the flap on top of the piece of lining 1, right sides together. Pin and stitch the seam of your flap on your sewing machine. Stitch just inside the border already stitched on the panels so the stitching will not be seen on the right side later. Do not stitch across the top of the flap. We want to keep this open. Tip: I sewed in a little more on the side borders to ensure it would not get caught in any seams later on in the construction process. Trim the seams to a 1/4 inch and clip the corners. Keep the seam along the top 1/2 inch. Turn out the right way and use a chopstick to push out the curves and point. Press flat and hold aside for later. If you're adding a magnetic snap or another type of clasp, now is the ideal time. Before we sew the main bag together, clasps vary, so always follow the manufacturer's instructions for installation. For our bag, we position the flat part of the clasp 1.5 inches, approximately 4 centimeters up from the flap's point. For the corresponding part on the front bag panel, we measured 2.5 inches, approximately 6.5 centimeters up from the center bottom point, or horizontal seam if you join the blocks that way. Mark these positions carefully before installing. Step 5. Add strap loops or D-rings. This step is optional. If you're adding loops or D-rings for your strap, attach them now. Decide where you want them placed, typically near the top corners of the side seams. For our example, we place the loops 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters inward from the side border stitching line, along the top edge of the back panel. Or you could add them to the front panel or one on each. Make sure the raw edge of the loop tab aligns with the raw edge of the bag panel, with the loop itself pointing downwards towards the body of the bag. Pin them securely and stay stitch them in place, very close to the raw edge, using about 1/4 inch or 6mm seam allowance. This just holds them temporarily. Time to attach the flap now. Lay your back bag panel right side up on your work surface. Place the flap piece on top of it, also right sides together, aligning it along the top edge of the back panel. Make sure the flap is centered, then clip or pin it securely in place. Now stitch along that top edge to attach the flap, using a 1/2 inch, 1.25 centimeter seam allowance, or stitch between the border lines indicated on your flap panel. Okay, you should now have your front panel, potentially with a clasp part, and your back panel with the flap attached and potentially strap loops. Place the front and back panels right sides together, carefully aligning the side and bottom edges. Make sure the flap and any loops are tucked inside, out of the way of the seams. Pin or clip all along the 2 sides and the bottom edge. Stitch these 3 sides using a 1/2 inch, 1.25 centimeter seam allowance. Again, aiming just inside the perimeter border lines on your panels. Keep your bag exterior wrong side out. Turn your lining bag right side out. Remember, it still has the opening in the bottom. Now slip the lining bag inside the exterior bag. The right side of the lining should be facing the right side of the exterior bag. Carefully match up the top raw edges and the side seams of the lining and the exterior. Pin or clip all the way around this top opening. Ensure the flap is sandwiched neatly between the layers if it extends that far, or fold it out of the way if not. Stitch all the way around this top edge. Follow the border lines on your panels if they define the seam allowance. Otherwise, use a 1/2 inch, 1.25 centimeter seam allowance. Now for the magic. Reach inside through the opening you left in the lining bottom. Grab the bag exterior and gently pull it all the way through the opening. Keep pulling until the entire bag is right side out and the lining is still mostly inside. Use a blunt tool like a chopstick or a point turner to gently push out the corners and shape the top edge nicely. Next, find the opening in the lining. Fold the raw edges neatly inwards, press it flat and stitch it closed. Push the lining down fully inside the bag and give the top edge of the bag a good press with your iron, using a pressing cloth if needed. Making sure the seam rolls slightly towards the lining side for a clean look. Finally, attach your chosen strap to the loops or D-rings, and there you have it. Your fantastic hummingbird hanger shake up to a shoulder bag is complete. We hope you enjoyed this design shake up. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more creative projects and design shake ups like this one. Happy sewing!